what the heck is actually happening to the crypto market, because ever since the flip of the new year, there has not been literally almost an ounce of green for the whole crypto market. Bitcoin is now breaking down. We are at $45,000. If we take a look at Dogecoin, we take a look at Shiba Inu, the small coins, they are definitely going down. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about exactly what the heck is happening. Should we be selling? Is this a bear market? Everything in this video I will be covering, so make sure you watch this video unto the end. It is an emergency video that you cannot miss. What's up, Miles? It's ladies and gentlemen here. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss these time-sensitive videos where I call out huge plays for free way before they happen. Also, if you want to get access to the most profitable Patreon trading community for cryptocurrencies in the entire world, go ahead and join my Patreon right now. The link for that will be in my video description. And my Patreon, I do buy and sell alerts. And even within the last 48 hours, we had a call where we bought a crypto that went over 60 to 70x. I was able to get all of my Patreon members in that coin right at the very launch. So all of us, even the people that bought late, bought lots of money. So within the Patreon, I have other services like a VIP Discord. You can speak to me on the phone. We have a whole bunch of things happening over there. So go ahead and check it out. And also, do not forget to get your 5 free stocks from WEBULL worth up to $8,000. All you have to do is go to my link below, create an account, deposit 1 penny, and they will send you 5 free stocks worth up to $8,000. Now, let me know in the comments below right now. Are you buying this dip? Are you selling? Are you waiting for a further drop before getting back in? Let me know what you guys are doing right now in the crypto market. And if you love cryptocurrencies, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It helps us support the channel, which I appreciate so much, so greatly. I appreciate all your comments, all your support. Most importantly, it helps to get this video out to people that need to hear this information. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into the content. So going ahead to CoinMarketCap, most cryptos are red today. Unfortunately, the small altcoins are down 4%, 5%, some 1%, some barely any. But a lot of the good projects that have been actually green the last couple of weeks, despite the red, are down a bit today. That's unfortunate. But what's really interesting is that Ethereum is actually holding up. It's up 1% today. If we take a look at the Ethereum chart is still pretty bullish. It's showing a sign of recovery, which is definitely good because this is one of the bigger portions of my portfolio. Let me know if you have Ethereum in the comments below. So that's what's happening. We're seeing red, we're trading sideways. But Miles, why is there so much red? What the heck is happening? What's going on? So if we go ahead and go into the crypto fear and greed index, we can measure the social sentiment of cryptocurrencies for investing and trading, all of that related to cryptocurrencies, and it's measured on here, the crypto fear and greed index. So what we are seeing is extreme fear. When we are at extreme fear, guys, there's a lot of fear in the market with retail investors and they are scared to buy. When we are at extreme fear, as we are now, it's actually a sign of a soon to be recovery or a bottom, as we have been talking about. It's like, guys, we have to be nearing a bottom because look, ever since December 30th, we started to get a lot of fear, a lot of FUD, and we're just trading sideways. The market is like almost frozen. But a lot of times, whenever extreme fear reaches a peak, which we are very close to right now, ends up being the turning point of market cycles and psychologies between buyers and sellers. As we know that Warren Buffett himself has said, when others are fearful, be greedy. It's such a true thing because when others are fearful, that's when things actually pump up really fast, when things recover very fast. But when others are very greedy, when things are pumping up and people are like, oh my gosh, the crypto's doing this and that's 10x, 50x, that's when there's dips, that's when there's crashes, that's when there's corrections. So guys, for future reference, remember none of this is financial advice. But whenever people start to go crazy and you just hear people talking about cryptos or a specific crypto that is pumping up for weeks and weeks and weeks, that's the time to sell. That's the time to sell. But whenever there are people just, oh my gosh, crypto's going to zero, I'm going to sell everything. When you hear people talking like that every single time, not much after, it could be a month, maybe a couple of months. Yes, things can drag out, but it's usually not long after that. That's when the market starts to uptick and to bounce and to pump. So let's go ahead and dive into some technical analysis. Let's take a look at some cryptocurrencies because the market is not looking pretty, and I'm going to be in this video extremely realistic. And this is an emergency video because cryptocurrencies are not looking good. They're not looking good. And the first and foremost coin that we need to take a look at is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is on the support level, and we have been on the support level literally since the 3rd of December. We keep, every time we come to this support level, we bounce up, bounce up. Look at this, bump, 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 bump. This is the 4-hour time frame, and we literally have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this like literally over 10 touches. We've literally bounced off of this support level 10 times. Sometimes at the support level in a bearish time, as we are in a bear market, we are in a bearish market. Whenever a support level is hit so many constant times, it generally might be a sign that we might end up at some point breaking below it. But it also shows you that this support level, this area that Bitcoin is not able to surpass, shows the strong amount of buyers at this level that are getting ready to buy, getting in at this point. There's a lot of buy orders right here, guys. So every time the price comes near or around this area, there's a lot of people that have automatic buys. And the bears are trying to bring this thing down, but they can't. So we're in a very critical area. There's obviously only 2 outcomes here. 1, we bounce up and finally recover, or 2, we end up breaking down and finding a further level of support. That's what technical analysis does. It's not 100%. No, but what it does, it helps us to have an idea of the possible scenarios. And this scenario is getting very, very close. So what we do see is that we've been trading in this range for literally a month and a half, a month and some weeks. And it is time to break out of this sideways trading because we're not moving outside of it. We're not going down. We're just trading inside of it. Now, a lot of times, every single time historically, since we've been in this range, we've bounced up pretty significantly. So if we don't bounce up here and we start to break down with confirmation, it would be very likely that we would see more of a significant correction in the broader markets, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies included. And what that means is that Bitcoin would probably go down all the way to $39,000. That is one of the key levels of supports, the next key level of support. And that range would be from 39,000 approximately to 43 to 42,000. So those are the ranges that we are looking at. To be honest with you, we are in a bear market. Now, the bear market is only pertinent to the immediate short term, which means that this bear market is only pertinent on the smaller time frame, which is the 4-hour to the daily time frame. But if we actually take a look at the weekly time frame, cryptocurrencies are still bullish because we still have higher highs, higher lows, and that is very significant. So what that means is that if we are bullish on the higher time frames, that means that very likely we're still continuing to be bullish here in the next couple of months, and especially throughout this year. But if we are bearish on the daily time frame and the 4-hour time frames, that lets us know that we are in a bearish market, a bear market in the next coming weeks, maybe a couple of months at the most. But if we continue to break down lower and lower and lower, that could put us in a bear market even on the longer time frames. But to be in a bear market for the next several months, 4, 5, 6 months, even longer, is not very realistic because of a lot of huge catalysts for investors, institutions into cryptocurrencies this year. There's a huge amount of major whales and institutions jumping into cryptocurrencies this year, and even in the beginning of this year, which is going to help to propel the prices of cryptos up. Now, personally, the reason why I think cryptos are down, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, all these cryptos are down, is because there's a lot of fear, especially starting with the inflation news. There's a whole bunch of shutdowns all around the world because of the flu and so forth, as I cannot mention on this channel. So there's a lot of FUD because of the inflation, because you have the flu and so forth. So that's what is preventing the excitement, the buyers from entering into the market like we've seen them during this crazy bull run this last year. So we're seeing a little bit of fear, which is just basically dampening the excitement of buyers in the market. Now, my personal opinion, and this is shared by many experts around the world, we are much due for a bounce because we've been red for a couple of months. And guys, whenever there is bullish activity or bearish activity, I can show you how long generally these ranges last. So I can show you this range here was approximately 41 days. So 41 days of bullishness. And now look, guys, the bearishness here has already been approximately from the peak just about 56 days. So it's like these intervals between bearish and bullish are around 40 to 50 days, a couple of months in between. So the bullishness and the bearishness switch every couple of months. So it's been basically a couple of months. So we are definitely due for a bounce in the market. And if we take a look at the indicators, if we take a look at really what's actually happening behind the scenes, we are definitely getting very, very close to recovering here very soon, which means that we are going to be flipping here bullish. Now, if you're looking to exit the market, this is honestly not the best time to be doing that because cryptos are in a significant correction, meaning that your portfolio is down significantly. And at any second, the market with any type of good news is going to bounce up very, very fast. So you would be missing out on that if you ended up selling, waiting for things to go down and taking profits. That's the type of issues you do run into trying to trade and time the markets. Now, if you're long-term people historically always outperform the market. But if this market continues to be very bearish, then maybe trading the market is going to be best for some people, unless what you're going to be doing is just continuing to hodl and to buy the dips, buy the Shiba Inu, the Dogecoin, the crypto dips, and continue to dollar cost average into your portfolio. Those are a couple of options that you can do. Now, me personally, if we continue to break down with confirmation, I'm most likely going to be exiting and buying at these support levels. But we really have to see how we interact with these next support levels. If we end up getting bounces, what happens? As we are looking at the Bitcoin chart, that applies completely to Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, any altcoin that you have, because the market is completely moved and governed by the price of Bitcoin, the price action of Bitcoin. So there's no need to even be looking at the prices of those cryptos. But what I can tell you is if we do take a look at Dogecoin, if we do take a look at Shiba Inu, the charts are much more bullish than Bitcoin. And that is a very good thing, especially all the altcoin charts are much better than Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is just not looking good. So I am expecting a bounce in the market. I'm expecting some bullishness here soon, but we could have some bearishness. The likely scenario, all honesty, for the next month, the next couple of months at the most, in my opinion. Now, what's likely is that we may have bearishness for the next couple of weeks and then start to turn green. That's just my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. I could be totally wrong, like I have made many mistakes and been wrong about many things before. Now, if you want to get access to those trade alerts, that VIP community, go ahead and join the Patreon right now. Follow all of my socials. The link for that will be in my video description, and I will see you all later.